Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, and I'm out on another walk. This time I'm on Haughmond Hill, and look at that view over there, down towards the Wrekin. But it's not the Wrekin we're going to see. I've got to try and find Harriet and 2 dachshunds. I'll tell you about those in a moment. Ah, here we are. Here they are, right behind me. Hello, Harriet.
Hi, Richard.
So we're out.
Found us.
Found you. 2 dachshunds.
Yep.
Doing the waddle as they go up Haughmond Hill. And this time, we thought we'd just do a classic dog walking exercise.
On a weird day.
On a weird
I'll let
day.
you explain
Yes.
what's weird about it.
Tell them about the storm that's raging, but not really here, but more sort of battering in Ireland.
It's Storm Ophelia, Hurricane Ophelia, isn't it?
Yes.
That's the day of... I was just saying to you in the car, I think they're overcompensating for not forecasting that storm 30 years ago.
Right.
And it's big news, isn't it? So
It is big news.
It's all over the news.
So it is a little windy over here, but it's nothing like it is buffering the coast of Ireland. So we're going up Haughmond Hill, and we're going up the side of it this time.
Yes.
You can go all over it. Just explain where Haughmond Hill is.
Just outside Shrewsbury, like sort of 10 minutes away from my house.
About 6 miles.
Oh, less than that, I'd say. About
Yes.
4.
You see it from all aspects of Shrewsbury, and it's a sort of shallow hill. It's only 500 feet off above seawater, I think.
Sea level.
Or yes, of sea level. So they call it a shallow hill.
It's very handy because you can do a decent walk, but it's very close to Shrewsbury. So
And-
it does attract,
Yes.
a lot of dog walkers.
Yes, I was going to say, subsequently you get loads, and here's a view. You can see sort of how shallow it is, and unfortunately because of this weird weather, you've got slightly foggy views.
Hazy,
Yes, hazy, that's the word I was looking for.
You get a fantastic view from the top, which you'll probably be showing your viewers, won't you?
Yes.
Really good view.
We'll take you around, and you do get this view over Shrewsbury and then beyond towards the Welsh hills, which is very nice.
Yes.
There's a quarry here. I mean, it was used. It still is, and it was for a long time used as quarrying stone aggregate and that sort of stuff. I did try to do a very quick bit of research about the stones and the period, but I think it's something like Precambrian. Precambrian?
Don't know.
That sounds technical, doesn't it? I mean,
Sounds-
I'm not a
sounds good.
geologist, that's the thing. So, but we often come in here with the different pine trees and the ferns throughout the years,
Yeah,
and we thought it being autumn with the colour change, it would make an interesting
it's beautiful. Isn't it?
an interesting walk.
Which way should we go?
Should we go straight on?
Okay.
Because we've got to get to that bit that we were.
We're not in any hurry though. We can
No.
wind our way, can't we?
Yes, we can wind our way apparently. Well, we were trying to find the quarry, but the paths snake around in all sorts of different ways. And in fact, I've only actually been to the quarry about 2 or 3 times. So it's not that way. Down here. Oh, sorry. But one of the other things I wanted to mention was that somewhere, not this side, but I think more over to the north east of Haughmond Hill is Haughmond Abbey. And Haughmond Abbey, I did get some footage of it once, some ages ago. It was an Augustan abbey built around the 12th century. And I believe that King Henry IV, stretching the old brain here, stayed there. Some of his troops stayed there just before the Battle of Shrewsbury, which was in 1403. Somewhere also on this hill, and I'm not sure if it's where we're going to go, or if we can find the blooming place, is a point where Henry IV's wife, whose name now escapes me, it wasn't Eleanor, it was something, she and her retinue of people viewed the battle as it took place. And she must have had some anguish because her son, Henry V, or who was to be Henry V, Prince Henry, he got an arrow in the face right on his cheek that nearly killed him, but thanks to the surgeon who managed to extract the arrow and stitch him up, he was no longer in the battle, but that must have been a moment of angst for the wife. Although quite how they took it in those days when their husbands and family and menfolk went to battle, they probably just thought, they're being boys again.
We've lost a dog.
Oh, which one?
Lola.
Lola! Oh. Lola! Lola has this...
Go on, I'll go back.
Okay. Lola has this habit. Wait a minute, She has this habit of just disappearing after squirrels, but it's quite thick here. So she could be anywhere. Oh, God. Lola! Lola! What I can hear is squirrels in the trees. I'll have to go back. Well, we found Lola, as ever. She was doing her own thing. She's a bit naughty because sometimes she doesn't actually come when she's called. She gets sort of into her head.
She doesn't hear you, does she?
No, I think it's...
well, selective hearing anyway.
Exactly, it's exactly what it is. Well, we're just coming out now to one of the views that you get here, and there's some very strange stones here. I don't know whether they're supposed to be art or just markers of some description, but whatever they are, there it becomes a bit of a landmark really, and you know where you are. Some people do get lost. We met a couple here who was lost once, didn't we?
We did, yes.
And we had to put them right.
I think we've been lost a couple of times.
In the early days.
Yes.
I think it's a hill that we can get to.
Read it better now.
Here we go, look. Here are one of these peculiar stuff. I think that's the back side of it. I'm just going around. I think this is probably the correct way to look at it. And there's more.
Suddenly it all opens out, doesn't it? From
yes.
Walking up through woodland.
So
it's lovely grassy, spongy grass on the
we're
top.
now looking towards Shrewsbury, and you won't really be able to make it out because it's quite misty, but you can see the spires of the church. You can't see the river, of course, but in the far distance you can just see the Welsh hills. And very kindly they've put some seats up here so that
they're quite high seats.
Harriet and I, where shall I sit here?
Yeah.
Harriet and I can sit here, keep an eye on the dog.
We've already lost
well,
one.
dogs.
We've lost both of them.
One's gone.
Both gone
As
now.
is typical.
No, there's one.
But you can't see Battlefield from here, can you? I think
isn't that the edge of it over there?
Yes,
on the right?
I think that you'd have to go further around. So I don't know.
We'd go further round, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what the bit this is called, but if you're a Shrewsbury resident or a Shropshire inhabitant, then maybe you can write in the comments where this bit is. You'll know it from the
spires,
things.
Can't you?
Yes, yes. Well, Harriet.
Well,
I think we've managed to find the vantage point that we wanted to find.
yeah, I think so.
We always come at it from different angles each time.
I know.
But here it is.
You'll get a fantastic view.
Yes. And this, I remember when we used to take Lola up for the very first time and let her off the lead here. She just went bonkers.
She did, didn't she?
In this little
her
area.
first proper walking area,
Yes.
wasn't it?
And you normally find that it's inhabited by plenty of walkers and their dogs, because it is a sort of the high point, the point that you come to. And again, we get those rather fantastic views. But if you look over here, you'll see all the different types of stone depicted that's around in the areas. Wenlock with its limestone, Haughmond with its grey whack, Criggion with its olivine basalt, and then the sandstone. And so as we get here, we can now really feel that. Oops, Daisy just nearly went head over heels. You can really feel the wind coming in.
You sure can.
I mean, it's not at full blast or anything like that, but we've definitely got those winds.
It's definitely windier than it normally is up here.
You see, when Martin Snow and I go out and it's a little bit breezy, the viewers can't tell, but with you and your hair,
Oh, yes.
they can tell. So
It's a wind machine.
Exactly, that's living proof. So I'm just going to come down here and say goodbye. Thank you very much, Harriet, for taking us out on one of your local walks.
Thank you for letting me join you guys again.
Always fun. Don't
Always a
forget
pleasure.
to write in the comments what you think. Tell me where you've been and where you would recommend a lovely walk for me. Not so windy in the future, please. And I will see you on the next one. Oh my God. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's definitely windy. Until the next time, goodbye.